All right, let's get into Cantaloupe Island by Herbie Hancock. The reason for this is I received a request from Robert de Piano. Robert de Piano, I have no idea how to pronounce that, but hey, really cool name. He says, thanks for the great series. He's asking for more of these. So Chameleon, Cantaloupe Island, Take 5. So Take 5 I already have in another video. I have actually a couple of videos that talk about that. And then some other things as well, obviously. Chameleon, not so much, but Cantaloupe Island, I thought, hey, that'd be a great tutorial because it's something that is a little tricky to play, but definitely interesting for the audience and something that they likely recognize. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the actual structure of the tune, some fingerings, and how the left hand and the right hand fit together in that cool pattern. So I'm not going to play the recording in this video because I've learned from YouTube that it doesn't like that for copyright reasons. So I'm going to post a link up here in the corner to the recording, and you can go and check out that recording before coming back here and going through the paces of this particular song. So please go check that recording out, and that will give you some sense of how we're going to approach playing this particular tune. So we've got about 9 minutes that we're going to discuss all of the details of this, and let's get right into it. So the first thing you'll notice about Cantaloupe Island is that it's a 24-bar tune, and it's basically A, B, C, A structure. So there's the first A is 4 bars, then B section is 4 bars, then C is 4 bars, and then back to A. So it's essentially just 24 bars. So from that perspective, it's fairly easy. What's difficult about it is this rhythmic pattern that goes like this. And you're going to have to get a little bit used to that because definitely you should play that left-hand bass line, but also the bass player is playing it as well in support of that. So let's take a look at some of the fingerings that we're supposed to do for that. Obviously, it's straight 8 feel and not swing feel, so that's good. As far as the fingerings are concerned, here's what I like to do. 3 and 1, and then 2 and 4. So I think we all know how to play thirds, right? 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 5. Okay? Now, the difficulty is with the melody is now montuno pattern, but you're also going to have to play the melody, which is this. So just quickly, let's go back here and let's take a look at the last 2 notes of the first section. So you've got these 2 notes, which are, so that's 1 and 5. So if you look at the end of the last 4 bars there's 2 eighth notes with the A, with the F and the A flat. So play that with just 1 and 5. I would recommend that you accent the second note instead of the first. That gives it a little bit more feel. Okay, so let's go back here and keep going with our fingerings. And now it's, so this is 4-1 and then 5-1, okay? Then back to 1, 3, 1, 4, 2. And this part is interesting. This is the hardest part, I find. So you've got 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1. It's just the thumb that moves, and 3, 4, 5 go like this. And then 1, 4, 5. It's going to take you a little practice to get that with the left hand. So the left hand is basically going in terms of fingering, and it's really the syncopation that is going to be the difficult part. So you got 5 on that finger, 3, 2, 1. And then the fingering for the next section is exactly the same. So you've got 3, 1, 4, 2, 4, 1, 5, 1. So same. So just keep going with the same kind of idea. So what's going to be hard about this is playing all of that together. So it's definitely going to take you a little bit of practice. Don't worry so much if you miss kind of these notes with the left hand when you're playing that melody. You're going to find it a little challenging to kind of keep going. It's very much left brain, left hand, right hand kind of thing. So of course, in terms of the key, the F minor chord keeps going through that whole thing, and then you're switching to D flat. So this kind of. Now, what I find interesting about both of those, the F minor and the D flat 7, is that almost everybody plays it like this. They go all the way down to the 1 and 3 again. But Herbie doesn't actually do that in Cantaloupe Island. He just plays, doesn't go all the way back down. So it's interesting that people write it like that, but he doesn't actually play it like that. So I think this is the more accurate version of that. Let's continue on a little bit where we're down here at the end of the line. And we've got this section right here where it's going. Now I've written that as closely as I think it is to the recording, where it's like, and then you've got this grace note. So 2, 3, and 4, or 2, 3, and 5 is the fingering. A lot of people write it like this. I don't think it's that. I think it's. And then to go to the next section here where you've got the D minor 11th. So in the left hand, what I'm doing, the right hand is intact, and the fingering, I think for that you can figure out. But the left hand would be, you're also playing a D down here. So here, we've got a D, and then an A here, and we're not playing this note actually, and we're playing F. Oh. It's a good idea to use the pedal there because you need this to sustain while you're moving the hand all the way up here to do this. And then it just goes back at the end where you've got this pattern. What else do I find you would need a little bit of guidance on? You know, I think the real issue with this tune is not so much the notes themselves and figuring out the fingerings and all that. I've given you the hints to that, but it's really that rhythm. Where it's going, you know, and so the left hand is playing when the right hand isn't. So I would like you to have some fun with it. In the next video, we're also going to take some time and talk about soloing over Cantaloupe Island. Once again, I'm posting a link to the recording. I've posted it in this video so far. I can't do it twice in the video, but I'm gonna post it below. Please go check that recording out because I do solo for several choruses over at Cantaloupe Island, and that's what we're gonna discuss in our next video. The chords, the phrasings, the scales, things that you can call upon to make a good solo over this. I definitely think it's a fun tune to play. I'm also going to post the backing track with bass and drums, or at least a link to it down below. I just took it off YouTube too, and I'm going to put the credit below for the people who did it. There's several of them. This is the one I liked the best, and I'll post a link to it below so you can actually practice it. So I'll post the sheet music, I'll post the backing track, and I'll also see you in the next video when we're going to talk about the soloing and the scales and everything. So thanks for your time. If you have any questions or comments, post them below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. That'd be awesome. Thanks for your time.